Date night. Where do you want to go? That is the name so far, the working name.
Just made that up right now.
Stop.
It's okay.
It was good.
Yeah, it's
I was in a whole vibe and you just crashed it.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for. Okay, date night. Where do we go next? So Steve and I thought it would be fun to try out. Maybe we'll try one. Maybe we'll try 100. Maybe we'll try none. But a podcast.
Somebody may never hear this.
A podcast each week on, because we love podcasts and we're like, where do we go from here? Like, what do we do next? And so we're like, we do date night religiously. We have not deconstructed date night at all.
No.
We have kept it in there. It is it's part of our religion. We have I think after the twins, we started weekly date nights. So that is
pretty much
a lot of weekly date nights, like 16 years of weekly date nights. And we go to all these neat places, like places I would love to share more about and have different funny reviews. And I'd love to capture those memories somewhere. So
mostly in the Charlotte area. So
yes. So this is particularly...
Sorry if we're biased.
Yeah. So probably if you're tuning in from Maryland, which we do have a chunk of people there, you're probably not even going to be interested.
Or Virginia or...
Yeah.
Or we travel too, so...
Yeah. But they might be interested just because they love us so much.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. So date night. This past Wednesday, we did date night. And who babysat?
Zeke.
Zeke babysat.
Is that the first time he really babysat?
I think this was his first formal date night babysitting. We're now rotating between Zadie and Zeke since they're both middle school. That's a whole thing. Middle schoolers are the best babysitters. They're so eager. And then they're not as busy as high schoolers. High schoolers know just about everything and they're very busy.
They do know everything.
They do. So it makes it like middle schoolers are humble and hungry and they hustle for the job. So they need a lot of teaching, but I love middle school babysitters. I'm pro middle school babysitters. Anyways, so Zeke babysat and where'd we go to dinner?
We went to two of our regulars.
Two regulars, nothing new.
We went
two
to
of our
Hawthorne's
favorites.
Pizza,
Mm-hmm.
which there's 5 or 6 in Charlotte, maybe a couple outside of Charlotte.
Yes. And we literally sat at the same table we sat at when I ate the Inducer pizza.
Yes, the Inducer.
The Inducer.
Hawthorne's has a pizza called the Inducer, and they claim that it can induce labor in a pregnant woman.
It seems scientific fact to me.
And Julie ate the Inducer on April 4th.
Some of the Inducer, not the whole Inducer.
Not the whole thing, because it's big. On April 14th, 2019.
Mm-hmm. And Boaz.
And April 15th, 2019.
Went into labor.
He was born.
Yep. So it's kind of a proven thing, I guess. It's fun.
Scientific fact.
It's fun for sure. So we went to Hawthorne's and
the air conditioning was not working inside,
which was not our favorite.
Yes.
So, and I went up and asked the hostess, I was like, is your air conditioner broken? And she whispered, I think so.
She was trying not to let that get out.
Yes, I guess it was a secret.
There's no way we could tell.
Yes, and they moved the claw machine, which our kids love. We've gone there for birthdays and stuff.
It's an easy claw machine.
Yes.
They come back with stuff every time.
Yeah, if you have $10, you'll probably get 5 animals,
or more.
Yeah, but I used to love claw machines, but I've really had to cut myself off because we have too many stuffed animals. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so we went to Hawthorne's. I got chicken parmesan.
Stromboli.
We got a to-go box and had leftovers the next day. Yes. And then it's this time of year when it's cold and wet, it's where do we go next? We're always looking for the after party because it's we just so cherish. Well, Steve does in particular. He cherishes that time with me.
Yes, I do every second.
And so it's where do we go? What else can we do? And so we typically, a favorite spot is Armored Cow, which is a brewery right by our house.
Mm-hmm. Our favorite, yeah. We end a lot of dates at Armored Cow.
Yes. Sometimes very well.
And sometimes not.
Yes.
Not so well.
We've had some bad fights at Armored Cow. Oh, so there's that.
It happens.
Yeah, so we went to Armored Cow. Did we get dessert? Was it an 86 dessert night? I don't think
Zoe made sugar cookies that we had when we got home.
Yeah, Zoe made. Steve is sugar cookie critic. Is that fair?
Yeah.
And like when kids make, like, first of all, anytime we go on a date night, I think the number one reason our kids love us doing date night is they like don't have to ask to bake. They just bake, which actually now we've been making them ask to bake.
Right.
Because it's like, we need to know what you're doing.
Because we buy resources for certain things and
Yes.
we go to look for them and they're not there.
Yes. Like you just need 1 tablespoon of brown sugar and you realize, no, they made chocolate chip cookies. Yes. So they like to make sugar cookies a lot because that's something like basically you always have all the ingredients on hand for. Right. And Steve is continually giving them feedback that their sugar cookies are wrong.
Well, the sugar cookies that you get at like the grocery store are just fluffy and they, and through the years, our kids tend to make like crispy sugar cookies.
Skinny sugar cookies,
which actually growing up, that's the way my family made sugar cookies. Like that's how I remember it. But
it's wrong.
Those are dead to me.
You've decided those are evil
Yes.
and your way is right.
Yeah.
Like you do some othering with the sugar cookie situation. Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't help but throw that in. It was.
Do you remember the first time we had those sugar cookies?
Was it when I was pregnant with Zach?
It was when you were pregnant with Zach.
Yes, and Ross Cole, a little boy at SCORE Educational Center, had a little birthday party where I worked. I was a director of a learning center in Maryland. And Ross Cole, who was like the cutest kid there, brought in birthday sugar cookies. And then I was, 7 months pregnant? And so then it was like, oh, these are like life-changing sugar cookies. And then I had far too many of them, and now they're kind of dead to me.
Yeah, now you don't want them anymore.
Now they're like, I don't really want a sugar cookie.
Anyway.
But long story short, the Zoe's cookies like almost passed your test.
They're getting closer.
Yeah, I thought she nailed them.
85%.
Yeah, it resurrected sugar cookies for me actually.
Nice.
So
well, good. So there's that.
So great job, Zoe, and Zeke did a great job babysitting. Like, what was the house like? What was the feedback like on the? That's like
the house was fine. Dishes were an issue.
Yeah, that's a growing area. We have to like raise the bar on like. This house has to be spick and span before the dishes. Yes, I say that with great enthusiasm, but
yeah.
But I figure if I say it with enough enthusiasm,
I'll make it happen.
Shoot,
that's about right.
It's true. I feel busted. Like, okay, well, another great date night.
Yep.